the quadruple, but very many teams have tried, by the way, to win the quadruple. The very best teams, including Sir Alex Ferguson himself, including Jurgen Klopp, including Pep Guardiola. And it has been quite difficult for teams to get all these 4 trophies. Some end up with 2. I've not seen any that ends up with none, to be fair. But then others end up with just 2, which sometimes it's the domestic trophies, FA and the Carabao Cup final. But tell you what, if Arsenal are not to win any trophy. In fact, this is what I always tell people, that I would rather go trophyless than win either the FA or the Carabao Cup final. If we are not getting one of the big ones, that's the Champions League and the Premier League, I would rather pass, because we have not been trusting the process only for us to win the FA and the Carabao Cup final. Why I say this is Mikel Arteta, with no experience at all, first 6 months on the job, he was already winning an FA Cup. Then you look at managers like Eric Ten Hag, of how shitty a manager that guy was. He was able to win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. So there is no dynamics there of a trophy. So if we're not winning some of the big ones, or the very big ones, that is the Premier League or the Champions League, I would rather pass, because we have not been told to trust the process, only to come out with an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. I can only take the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup if you have either the Champions League or the Premier League. So this season, I know people want the quadruple, but I'm very fine with just getting a Premier League and probably a Carabao Cup final. A Carabao Cup. But unlike that, if the quadruple comes, it comes.